After 32 years of no hope nor even a survivor passed near the colony, they became the only 3 surviving humans in the colony with lot of items to salvage and a lot of tools then they can use. Fahaddays somehow felt that the peaceful life in the colony won't last forever. Today is January 1st, 2090 and it was Fahaddays' birthday. He just turned 40 and at the age of 40 he started to feel something. There is something not cool about his birthday and he felt bad because he noticed after counting years that Alfather also reached 72 years old on that day. A man in his 70s will start losing his memory and start the countdown to what they call it, the religious moments of life, accepting the fate of all humans and getting ready for the battle with the greatest enemy, death. Baldy at that time around 60, but Baldy was too busy to count days and years. He simply focused on working and enjoying his moments. Living the great life that he loved, beside his nightmares and robot things. He also felt something about death, and I guess death was enjoying by watching them working in the colony because he likes to take healthy lovely souls only and leave the retarded psycho souls for later. Death always has a new face other than the ugly great desert. Everyone knows that death will win the battle, because Baldy hadn't found a way to create mechanic humans' body or parts. No. It's not because of that. It's the fate of all humans for now. Well, as a regular day in the colony, Fahaddays woke up in the morning looking at the sun and the desert around him. He would sit for nearly an hour wondering about the new world and what was beyond the great desert. He always had questions in his mind, like where is his real family now? Where was his friend Braino Iron Wolf? Where was his honor camp teachers and what really happened to them? He questioned everything and wondered what would happen in the future. He had a desire to go on an adventure and discover the great desert and see what was beyond it. Is there any sort of life or survivors out there, or we are the only one left in this military colony? Our world now is the men's heaven. He didn't want to explore because of Baldy. He refuses to leave the colony and Alfather is not an adventures type of person. As they wanted to make sure that there aren't any changes, or in fact they do not dream to have a better reality because they liked the idea of living in the colony and their new world. Why we called it men's heaven because Fahaddays didn't see a girl in his life. The Alphatex army took them young from their families, or their families left them in the Alphatex camp for experiments in exchange for money or for other reasons. Until they reached 10 years old, after they will return to their families and in some cases not their real families. The real family background was in hidden files and was top secret. Alfather was working there because he was without a known family so far, or a known purpose kept him working around the colony, and Baldy, unmarried, vowed to stay a bachelor also and a close friend to Alfather, and they both were chosen because of their high skills and their military CV. In the men's colony, or all men's colony, there were 3 other males, but they all died of sickness before Fahaddays reached 10 and he never was in touch with them. Alfather was helping them, and that's where he got the name Alfather. Baldy and the other 3 called him the father also because he was sort of a religious man and he was like a father to all of them. He was the oldest one among them, beside he looked like an old wise father. Well, Fahaddays looks at the sunrise every day. Then he goes down to the plant's basement to make sure everything was still fine. Once finished, he would go and grab something to eat. Then go up to check on the air and other daily tasks he regularly does. Nothing out of the normal. A few talks around the colony and more work every day and the same subjects. They must keep the colony in good shape just like celebrities, when they are watching their weights and staying in shape. Before the apocalypse, people were going to gym or doing home exercise, training to lose weight also to keep their bodies in shape. They felt they had to be in a good shape to face the unknown destiny and what the great desert was hiding from them. Al-Fahad always was late to do his tasks. He would begin around between 11 or 12 p.m. daily. He was not a morning person at his current age like most elders would wake up late. Baldi was not like Al-Fahad. Baldi was in that day in his 60s. He always woke up early in the morning before fahaddays. His non-stopping nightmare, the robot kept visiting him in his dreams, and he believed that he would find answers or a way to create a mechanic human, and that kept his mind highly active. When Al-Fahad wakes up, fahaddays used to serve him breakfast and enjoy watching him eat and alive near him. He would stare at his looks. His wonderful soul is what kept fahaddays feeling safe in the middle of nowhere. Al-Fahad was a comforting person for him. His smile brought him comfort. Of course, Baldi was adding some security to fahaddays' life, but nothing compared to Al-Fahad. He was a golden treasure and will never be replaced by anyone else. Fahaddays noticed something changing. It was Al-Fahad's mood. He wanted to tell him that today was his birthday and that he had turned 40. He wanted to open discussions, but he noticed something was not right, something was going on. Fahaddays, Al-Fahad, you look sad today, what's wrong? Is it the water problem from last night or what? Al-Fahad, no, nothing. You know this colony can regenerate water repeatedly, thanks to the dead devil Garmin, or the general of the water. He spent his life to make it happen. Fahaddays, who is Garmin? Al-Fahad, he was a friend. And sometimes, I wish that I never knew him or saw his face. Fahaddays, you never talked about him or mentioned Garmin before. Why now you speak of him? Al-Fahad, some friends you live with them ages, and in a single moment they turn into your enemies and do their best to destroy you. Even if you escape to the end of the world or to the moon, they will chase you and want to destroy your life. I don't know why. I guess it's the love turned into hate, and the hate always wanted to erase us from this world. Satan is the hate, and he is alive somewhere among us. Al-Fahad memories goes back to that day in the colony camp as if he was reliving the memory. He was watching his friend Dr. Garmin, the master of water, cutting humans and doing some tests on them. Al-Fahad, never mind, he was a friend, or more like a devil. He wanted to dominate all water on planet Earth, rule humans as they were his slaves. But thank God he vanished. But we must still give him thanks for the drinking water machines he created. Garmin tank systems and other things he created which you don't know about, winks toward Fahaddays. Fahaddays didn't know what he was talking about, didn't ask him more questions, because he respected Al-Fahad and his warm, comforting voice. That's all that mattered to him, and not pressure him to answer questions that might upset him. He clearly seemed upset about speaking of Garmin. Fahaddays, I want to ask you something. When you saved me from the desert, you said it was something called Alphamatics Camp.